It's time to find out who will take this.
Here we go for a hotly contested series between Devious Methods and Witch Doctor VG. Nobody knows which way this game will go. I do know we have an Ozo on the map, and that's got to be a great strength over here for Devious Methods.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Ozo, all the power it brings to this composition is completely nullified because they've got a CP Baron, so I can tell you they've already lost.
Yeah.
That's my top tier analysis.
Well,
CP Baron is an instant lose. Although, you know, I've seen Stranger Things, Humanist.
yeah, sorry, I had a horn going outside my window. I was seeing what was going on. Yeah, I mean, CP Baron, you know, you've talked about it before. This is not a pick that you like, but I think it's a pick that can actually get work done.
I mean, okay, let me talk about the value of CP Baron. If you get to late game and you get to 3 items plus, he is obnoxious to deal with, especially when he's got that clockwork online, because his spam of his mortar missiles, whatever they're called, the mortars, they
Porcupine
are really,
mortars.
That's it, porcupine mortars. They are incredibly tough to have to constantly juke in a team fight, and obviously if you're not quite switched on, a couple of those
I'm switched on.
They'll chunk you for a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I think with the loss of Echo, like his double ultimates, which were super impactful in a lot of team fight situations, are now gone. Although one of the benefits of the Baron ultimate is that it can clear waves instantaneously for you as the CP variant. So you can actually control minion waves without actually having to go to that lane, which does help you in terms of map pressure. So there are some benefits to CP Baron, but I mean, I'm stretching there, you know?
So what I'm hearing you say is that players, while talented and intelligent, are not quite intelligent enough to take full I don't know.
I feel like you extrapolated what I just said there. what I'm saying is players are definitely intelligent enough to take advantage of CP Baron, but for the most part, CP Baron sucks.
Mysterious Ginger in a 1 versus 3. Only an Ozo could have survived that long. Will be first blood for Witch Doctor, though. No surprises there.
Yeah, Witch Doctor definitely looked the strongest of the two teams in our first game. I don't think anybody is holding their breath for Devious. They would have to do a lot of work to put themselves in a solid position to take this game. It just looked like from the outset the Witch Doctor were the team that was better. Minion Candy's coming through here. They really don't want to push this mid lane turret, and then CP Baron is the one that's providing them. So actually using a fair chunk of his gold to invest in those Minion Candies.
Hey, they're adapting to the game, right? I mean, he knew there was going to be pressure. He knew that he was probably outclassed a little bit. What do? You know, he reacted to that. And that's about the most you could hope for. Look at his team helping him out, too, holding it down. They're actually trading damage back the other way. Mystery Ginger looking for kill. Scorpius is low. Acro bounce. Get him! Ozo, this score is tied up 1-1. In fact, they're moving in. Devious Methods looking for Solo under the turret. Throws that Drifting Dark in a scared manner, as if he might have even been spooked.
What can I say, dude? That's Ozo for you. Just killing it right now. Yeah. He's already got that heavy steel online. He was doing a lot of damage. Nice use of the acro bounce to close the gap afterwards.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe this CP Baron composition has got a chance this time around. They actually got their kill about 20... No, not even 20 minutes didn't go that long. They got their kill 10 minutes earlier this time around.
Wow. I mean, that is really good. And we knew Ozo was going to change things. Just didn't think it would be this dramatic. He's got a crystal buff. He's also about to get a weapon buff, and I would expect he will move out into these lanes to look for another kill very shortly here. If you're Witch Doctor VG, you have to be kind of wondering, like, you know, what are we going to do next? We could be taken out at any moment.
Yeah, I mean, also something else I want to throw your way. Just throw your little output here. PentaQ playing Kinetic, but not going to be the weapon power carry Kinetic on the top side of the map for them. It's going to be the Kinetic CP, which is very interesting, in my opinion. And you can see in the bot lane, they're already trying to get some work done onto this Vox.
I'm not even a good enough player to know what that even means. Why don't you break that down for us?
What, CP Kinetic?
Yeah.
It's a mid lane pick, and Kinetic for the most part is considered really strong in the weapon power variant.
Yeah.
CP Kinetic will scale up really hard, and she kind of hits like a truck with her A when she's got some CP behind her. But again, if we flip the map on its head, putting CP Kinetic in a situation where she could be starved of gold, it hasn't happened in this game, but against better teams, it definitely would.
And she would get starved in gold because her laning situation is harder because the people facing her, or her position on the map?
usually because the jungler and the opposing bot laner would 2v1 her. That's the general meta right now. Obviously, we're not seeing that in these games because it's probably not at the super high level.
Mystery Ginger's on target. Jump jets in. Mortar, porcupine mortars coming. I almost said mortar missiles like you did, and they get just slam and jam it into the ground as it's a 5-man collapse.
So in general, in the meta, I mean that was just a good collapse. I'm not much to say about it, but in general, in the meta, Humanist, for the most part. What the hell? Arden's got teleport boots. First item.
He's like, there's pressure in every lane. How am I going to deal with this? I have to be able to teleport at a moment's notice. And maybe if they would have just given me an item where I could teleport from lane to lane, I wouldn't have to do this. Is probably what he's emailing to the devs right now.
Yeah, but the problem is that he's invested gold in what should have been a crucible into teleport boots.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Do you see the issue?
Failing to see the issue, but I'm sure it'll be all right.
Basically,
grant 600 barrier to the target while channeling. I mean, that's pretty effective strategy if used properly.
You can't teleport to your own heroes, though.
Yeah, but you could teleport to a turret.
I mean, he definitely saved the turret. I'm not going to lie. He definitely saved that turret. That was probably an important buy for him, Humanist.
I don't know any other way they could have saved that turret. He probably made that decision in like a quarter of a second. That's very impressive stuff when you think about it. Stratosphere taking a lot of damage as Ozo's in. Ozo's trying to engage, and if somebody, for the love of God, would just back up this Ozo, he could actually do something, but he'll go down. His Arden will as well, and Witch Doctor VG will find himself up 5-1, 7 minutes in.
Do you know what might have helped there, actually?
If I was playing?
Yeah, I think that number one, obviously, when you've got an Ozo god on your team, there's no way you can lose.
Yeah.
Another thing that might have helped was a fountain or a crucible. Not going to point any fingers, actually. I think we're past that now, Humanist. Not going to point any fingers.
Yeah, we're more mature than that.
Exactly. But no, I'm only messing around. Obviously, anything. I'm not intending to be intentionally inflammatory. I just sometimes find.
It's just a natural ability I have.
It's just the natural ability I have to be If you ask anybody on Reddit,
what happens when I push air through my vocal cords.
If you ask anybody on Reddit, on the Vainglory subreddit, they'll tell you that I am the most inflammatory person in the world.
Dude, I meant to ask you about that. Do you do anything besides lurk on the Vainglory subreddit? I've seen you posted and like 20 seconds later, you've got a reply.
No, I actually live on the Vainglory subreddit. I just recently invested in a house there.
Wow.
I've heard the share prices going up, so my house is going to probably gain value.
Yeah, it will, as long as the trolls don't get you. 2-man stun coming out there. Look at the efficiency. Mystery Ginger. Not much he can do. Can't really run away. And he can maybe try to help his buddy. Well, he will try to run away. Nope, and right back into it because his team is collapsing. Look at this. This could be a dead Idris right here. Idris, and he's over the wall. And that arcane passage was lol.
Almost. It was almost there, Humanist. It's the thought that counts, and there was a lot of thought that went into that arcane passage.
It did. He probably overthunk that one.
Potentially.
Fear finds the stun and the taunt as well. Look at him in a 3v1 situation, actually not even caring. His team has backed him up. It's a 4 from Witch Doctor here in mid, plus PentaQ is rotating from bottom down in towards mid. They're going to find Mystery Ginger. Mystery Ginger's got to be careful. Could take a lot of damage here. He's backed up by Omega Aid, and this is the kill for the Ozone. Open the fountain. You got baited in. Oh my goodness. Stratosphere. You got to be careful. There might be some fishermen watching, and they're looking for some better bait themselves, and he might be on the end of a hook if he's not careful here. Witch Doctor. They're going to move in aggressively. Under that turret, though, they might lose Tony. Tony bit off more than he can chew. Tony put down. This is 100% more kills than Devious Methods had in game 1.
Yeah, and honestly, despite the gold differential, there are some things going on that could be good. They're going to catch out PentaQ here, potentially.
Get him! He's just a walking weapon buff. Bangarang. Look at that, man. And look at the cooldown. That's an effective cooldown. These guys, that's 3 kills, 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Baron's got that Spellfire on board. First item's going to shut down the healing from the Grace and potentially the self-healing coming out from the Tony, from the Samuel. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying that there is maybe some thought that's gone into that build right there. Would have preferred Shatterglass personally, but regardless.
Huh? What are you gonna do? You know, we don't get everything we want, right?
No, it's very true. I mean, I can request a lot of things, and a lot of them not going to happen. So,
Arden trying to defend that top turret gets killed. The turret falls as well. This is tough, man. Latent Substance, I feel like shouldn't even be in lane this low. Like, I mean, he's trying to hang around, I guess, clear some of the wave, but I've seen a couple of these guys hang around when they're sitting on like 30-40% health, and there's just nothing you can do. I think some players get baited into like that situation where they feel like I need to hang around in case something happens. But the truth is, like, if you don't have full health, you can't square up on anybody. Like, you're just useless because you're not going to be aggressive at all.
There's a lot of people that have this conundrum where they're like, I want to hang around to save the turret, even on low HP. The problem that results in is that they end up just diving you, killing you, and taking the turret. So you just gave up your life needlessly. A lot of players need to make that distinction between turret. Oh, wait a second. That's a lot of damage going on with Samuel.
That's a lot of sleeping right here. Solo. That was a pretty clean little Oblivion he put out.
Absolutely. I mean, also, the damage on Samuel was pretty strong. That Stratosphere going in.
Bada boom, disrupting Devious methods. Ozo's on the front of this fight. Ion Cannon will come down, and it felt good, man. But not when you lost the Ozo. Gauntlet comes out a little too late for this party. It looks like they're going to be losing their Vox. They will lose their Baron. He got demolished. They lost everybody. It's a mess. It's a bloodbath here in the mid lane, Scoundrel.
Should be an easy Ghostwing and Blackclaw, to be honest. They look like they're going to split their focus across the two of them. A double global objective steal, and maybe Samuel even greedily staying around for that tier 2 in the mid lane. This is a clean sweep of objectives on the map right now for Witch Doctor, and it kind of feels like there wasn't any other outcome.
Well, I feel like they could have played that better. Mystery Ginger is really setting his team up for some good fights here, and you saw that how that Gauntlet came out like well after the Ozo was dead. What I would have liked to see is that Gauntlet come down and like try to drop the wall right on Ozo's head. It'll split the fight. He has a fighting chance. Give him the Vanguard, but it's not what happened. Stratosphere incredibly low. Go get the kill, Arden! What are you doing right there? Come on, bud. No, he stays around. He wants the Black Claw, but he's not going to get it. In fact, this is a bang ring in from the Ozo. He's stunned up. 911, it's pro, dropping low. That's the Fountain. Devious Methods trying to get back. The Arcane Passage trolls out the Vox. Omega Aid getting Omega lulled by his Lyra. Lyra is dead. Arden is dead. Ozo will be dead in just a moment. Latent Substance doing his best with these Porcupine Mortars. Look at the Ion Cannon coming down. Stratosphere is not going to sit right in the middle of it, though, so it's not going to matter. And the taunt. Oh, taunt clips the Ozo. You're dead. Nice taunt, man. A little trash talk never hurt anybody.
No, but give credit to Latent Substance. He's actually started to do some serious damage in these fights now that Clockwork's online. Obviously, we could talk forever about how this game's pretty much over, but I do want to give credit to the side of Devious where I can. This CP Baron is starting to do a little bit of work in these fights. Just needs, another 15 minutes, and maybe they make a comeback.
Yeah, it would have to be... Let's be real. Witch Doctor VG would have to legitimately, on purpose, throw this game for Devious Methods to win. They're just, they're outclassed.
It would have to be two disconnects, a series of very unfortunate events that would lead to a victory here for Devious. But like I said, I don't want to wail on them too hard. There is obviously, this is like taking a solo queue game where you've got your tier 6 is matching against Vainglory or Silvers or whatever. There is just such a skill discrepancy at this point that it's very difficult to point out anything that isn't just that they are better players, and it's not bad to be worse than your opposition. I think people shouldn't get too offended by that. Sometimes you just haven't played as long, or you don't have the same level of skill, and you're just mismatched in terms of true skill value. That's perfectly fine. And Witch Doctor just outskill their opponents on an individual level, and that results in what you see here. It's almost like a decimation of the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to give a little bit of feedback. We're poking some fun, but I did give real feedback. Like when the Ozo is engaging, like drop the Gauntlet wall on top of where Ozo is engaged into. Give him the Vanguard. Give him a fighting chance. Don't like try to come in a fight after he's already dead. Oh, the Gauntlet canceled off by the Holy Nova right there. Mystic Ginger's dead, and you've lost all hopes. Ozo's down. Arcane Passage means Akame Kanami will be able to get out of this one. Omega Aid chased down by Serbius. He should die. Latent Substance booting himself out. Interesting Porcupine Mortars. But with the jump jets, he himself is out of there. And they only lost 2. It felt like they would lose 3 to 4 at least.
Yep, they managed to get out, but they're unhealthy, so they have to head back to base, and that should be an armory turret going down here. Witch Doctor going to do their best to escape from this situation. Akinamami, I can't even say their name. Akeminakami. He didn't quite have the tag on that B there for the Lyra, but regardless, it stopped any potential engagers coming through. Ghost Wing has been picked up now. An armory turret is exposed. The armory on the top side of the map feels like Witch Doctor just need to pull the trigger now.
Locked and loaded. Witch Doctor move in. Serbius has found this Vox. This Vox literally can do nothing. That was 680 damage. That seems appropriate. Jump in by Stratosphere onto Latent Substance, finds the taunt as the Bada Boom was blocked off. Now Serbius is here, throwing the chakrams, letting them rip. Scorpius zoning with the Holy Novers. Arden survives through this. Oza will die mid-bangerang, and oh, get yourself another one. Wow, they almost took down the Samuel, but Solo is actually too strong. A 2-man taunt, Stratosphere. Nice job, buddy. Jump jets from Latent Substance, almost trolled out, dies underneath the healing platform. That'll be the triple kill coming through for the Idris. Serbia is a hell of a game, and instead of ending it, they're going to pad their stats a little. They're going to go get themselves a little armory right there. 17 minutes in, 24-3. Make that 25-3. And we're going to have a good game right here. Witch Doctor, VG, taking a very strong 2-0 victory and moving on into the next round.
Yeah, I mean, they look good. They're going to be going up against, I believe, Vision Gaming, which is the old TSM, barring Chuck, I believe. So they'll have a bit of a challenge on their hands when they go into the next round. But for now, they have left Devious on the wayside. And it, again, was a bit of a skill mismatch.
Bit of a skill mismatch.